on Crave.
A perfect night in Winnipeg for Friday night football, and it's a monster matchup in the West between the Bombers and the Stampeders. To no surprise, another capacity crowd at Princess Auto Stadium, which marks the 8th straight sellout here as fans hope to lift their team to their 4th win of the season. It's Calgary and Winnipeg coming up on TSN.
Last week, Vernon Adams Jr. This night, if he is able to do anything near that, it's going to quiet down this crowd. They need him tonight.
Zach Calero says no question has been one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in the CFL in the last 5 years. He threw 2 interceptions for touchdowns last week. He plain said not good enough.
Damian Moose Alford, isn't that what they call him? What about the game he had last week? 6 catches, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Most receiving yards by a Canadian rookie receiver in 34 years.
Speaking of Canadian, 61 yards in his return against the Stampeders, but you have to expect after having that bye week that Brady Oliveira will be more than ready tonight. Brady, by the way, 78 yards away from passing Fred Reed for 7th all-time in franchise history. And how fantastic is this? It is Friday night, it is Winnipeg, and guess what? As promised, the panel all made it. We're live on location. Gabe Burness alongside Enoch Mwamba, Davis Sanchez, and Milt Stiegel, who I'm pretty sure has signed about 1,500 autographs at this point, correct?
And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm expecting to sign another 15,000, baby. I love it.
I expect you to sign another 30,000, to be quite honest, because we've got over 30,000 people, and I just look back and I see that 85 right there, and that just makes us smile. We are happy to be here with you, Milt Stiegel, and you know what, too? It is a perfect night because it's 90s night, so you know we came prepared for this.
Come on, baby. Put them on.
You know what? The panels never looked better. You guys kind of look like Willie Jefferson, if I'm honest with you. But
Willie wish he did look this good.
He wished he was on this panel and looked this good. All right, well, with the panel, we just bask in our looks right now. Let's send it over to one Britt Dort. And you know what, Britt? She had a big week, by the way, and then she shows up to work. But for Britt, she is married, and congratulations, Britt. And Britt, it's 90s night. What did you bring tonight? Tell us you brought some sunglasses as well.
I wish. I will say the 90s, though, that's when I was born, so it obviously is the best generation, guys. And you look very great. Great to have you all here at Princess Auto Stadium. Now, normally I would say the Bombers, fresh off of a bye week, but there's 2 players not really feeling that fresh right now. There will be no Stanley Bryant in the lineup, dealing with that ankle injury. He's placed on the 1 game as well. Probably a bigger one here. No Dalton Schoen. He was placed on the 6th game after sustaining a knee injury in that Week 5 matchup against Calgary. And if you're saying this feels like deja vu, it kind of is, because last year Schoen dealt with that ACL injury that made him miss a majority of the season. Now his teammates, Zach Calero, Brady Oliveira, Nick Dembski, all chatted about it this week, saying, you know, it's not only tough just to see a teammate go down, but a friend as well. Calero was even quoted saying, "It makes me so sad." But that does mean that Cody Case, second-year receiver in the CFL, is going to come in, get his first CFL start. He spent the first 4 games on the PR. Now, the Bombers, of course, looking to rebound after going into the bye week with that loss against Calgary, whereas on the other side, Calgary's looking to keep things rolling, guys. They've had back-to-back weeks with double-digit victory margins against the Riders last week, of course, the Bombers the week before. But, Milt, I know you mentioned it, how tough it is to come in and win in Winnipeg. They're on an 8-game losing streak here at this stadium. They haven't won. That dates all the way back to 2017. And off the top, you mentioned it, though, if VA can throw for over 400 yards again, maybe we'll see them snap that streak, Kate.
And Britt, it just feels different this year, I would say, for the Calgary Stampeders. We'll get into that in just a moment, but what a race in the West. And I get it, it's early in the season, but you gotta love this. The Bombers coming off that bye, but in week number 5, it was a Stampeder beatdown in the inaugural Stampede Bowl. The Riders also picking up their first loss of the season to Calgary, which moved the Stamps over to 4-1. And you know, you looked at those preseason predictions of all the teams in the West, and I don't think anyone looked at the Calgary Stampeders saying, this is the team coming out on top. Milt, are they the biggest surprise for you so far this season? And are they legit? Should we be buying in?
We should be buying in. But if they're able to come in and beat these Blue Bombers at home, they're not only the best team in the West, they're the best team in the CFL. Let's be honest. You think about what they've been able to do over the last couple of weeks. They beat Winnipeg and Calgary. Winnipeg was undefeated. They went to Regina and beat Saskatchewan there. They were undefeated. If they can come in and beat Winnipeg at Princess Auto Stadium, they're the best team in the CFL, and there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. It's been spectacular what they've been able to do because this is a totally overhauled team. Of the 45 players that were on the roster at the end of 2024, the last game, 24 of those players aren't on this team. So it's been special what Dave Dickinson and his coaching staff have been able to do.
And Brett mentioned it as well about the double-digit wins. Not only are they 4-1, but their point differential, they're plus 48 points. So they're dominating teams as well. And then again, if you look at, to your point, Milt, if they win tonight, they beat Sask off of a bye. Now Winnipeg coming in off of a bye. Pretty, not just a great record, but a pretty impressive way of how they're getting wins. And talking to these guys out there on the field before the game, there's a real aura of confidence about this group, and it's real.
What I love about this team is the fact that they all have a chip on their shoulder. They all feel like they got something to prove. But I was talking to Coach Bob Sloan. He said, guys, Enoch, they're all talented and skilled, but they're selfless. All of them are selfless, and they put the priority of the team before their own. So you look at their defense and how they're performing, the way that they're getting interceptions and scoring off of those interceptions. Now, 3 out of 4 interceptions have gone back for touchdowns. So you look at a guy like Vernon Adams Jr. to take over a team with the weapons that he has around him and that type of defense as a coach, you are happy.
Well, and seeing Dave Dickinson, too, I mean, you know he's happy to have VA right now. I think he finally found his quarterback. Let's look at the Bombers now, though, and look, they are great coming off a bye. Since 2021, a perfect 12-0. We know how good they are here at Princess Auto Stadium. But Enoch, look, I think we've seen a few cracks in this team finally, and each and every year we go into the season. Are the Bombers too old? Have they lost too much at this point? And look, it just wasn't a great game at the Stampede Bowl. They were never in that game. Is this really going in the wrong direction, or was that just a one-off, do you think?
Well, it's one-off right now until we see what happens tonight. But listen, Brady Oliveira is the key, right? He's just came back from his injuries last week, and he wasn't able to get things going. Obviously, this Calgary Stampeder had a lot to do with it, but they're trying to figure out their identity or trying to replace their identity, and they can't figure it out right now. And if they got to get Brady Oliveira going, if they want to get things going in Winnipeg.
You remember 2 years ago when Winnipeg came out and we thought the question of the conversation was, are they too old? And then I think that this year, entering the season, we didn't talk as much about that. I think we just learned that we keep on saying that about the team over and over again. They keep proving us wrong. When I look at these two teams, though, Milt, you see a young, athletic, fast Calgary team that really handed it to them. So for me, let's see if this group, a proud group in front of their home crowd, and they'll want to answer. Let's see if they answer today.
Well, both of you young gentlemen are saying that the window is closed on those Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That's what I'm hearing right now.
You're not allowed to say it, that's why.
You know what? If I felt it, I would say it, and I'm not going to. This team is 3-1. Since 2019, 43-6 in this stadium. The window hasn't closed. Not yet.
You have 500 Bomber fans looking at you. Have so many Bomber fans looking at you right now. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that. You're just not, Milt, to be quite honest. But I'm with you, too. I think they're still there. All right, meanwhile, Jalen Philpott still sitting in that front seat with Corey driving. A little unfair with Tyson not playing last night, but Stampeder fans loving the chemistry with him and VA so far, hoping for more big plays tonight.
Time again to the end zone. Touchdown, Calgary. Vernon Adams puts another major on the board. He wants a deep shot instead. You can't throw it any better. This is Zach Collaros on the money.
So just how great is this sellout crowd run in Winnipeg? So good that historically nothing really compares, except for back in 2007 when the one Milt Stegall was chasing the all-time touchdown record. But that stadium only held around 30,000. As we know, this one gets up to 33,000. But we know they were packing it then. And you know what? Luke Wilson, you're lucky that you made it to Winnipeg. Him and I were cutting it close here. We got a few delays. But you know what? I'm so glad you're here and you get to experience these fans. Because, Luke, how incredible is this so far?
Okay, it's been unbelievable. Like you said, I haven't been in town for very long, but I mean, you look at the fans here, okay, and they've been here for a while. The facilities are top notch. I believe there's a rum hut behind me that's absolutely humming, okay, and you can tell people are bought in. The amount of different jerseys here that have been bought and are worn right now, and I've seen a lot of Milt Stegals as well, so we got to shout out Mill. I'm excited to see this kind of atmosphere, to feel this kind of energy coming from this country in this league. Nothing gets me more juiced up, Kate. I'm ready to run through a wall myself right now.
We are all ready to run through walls. And by the way, great suit, by the way, right now, Luke Wilson. I know your suit didn't make it as well, so shout out to the tailors in Winnipeg for helping you out. You know what? Let's go over to some food now. And I know if you've been watching our shows on the road, we're trying different food from around Canada. And this is going to be my favorite one. This is the Wallaby Burger. It's got 6 patties in it. And Milt, you are back in Winnipeg, where everyone loves you so much. You can't disappoint these fans. Milt, come on, fans. Milt. You got to really do it, though.
Let's go, baby. Take a bite. Man.
But Milt.
I want to live one more day.
Come on.
I want to be alive one more day.
What about the red zone sandwich? It looks super healthy as well. And you got some mac and cheese.
I'm going to help myself, Kate.
How about one French fry, Milt? One French fry. Yep, perfect.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Was that the first French fry you've ever eaten in your life?
This is what they call French fries.
We're proud of you, Milt. We're very, very proud. You know what? Speaking of food, Dedrick Mills, he's been feasting on the league so far this season.
Why not on that draw? Mills, big gain again. He's still chugging along. Mills up the middle. Touchdown, Calgary. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
So individually, James Butler in BC leading the way with 474 yards. He's been fantastic. Dedrick Mills, though, in that 2 spot, just 4 yards shy of 400. From a team perspective, Calgary coming into week 7, averaging the most rushing yards per game with 130. The Bombers holding opponents to just 84.68. That is 3rd best in the CFL. You know what? Mill wouldn't eat the food, by the way. So we got Luke. Luke just ran over, and because the suit's not tight enough, I think you need to eat some more food.
No question.
How do you like it?
It's been a long day.
Have you eaten today? Because I haven't.
No.
No. How is it? You got, give a rating.
That's all for us.
Give it to him.
Give it to him. You know what? You will be. All these fans are watching you right now. I wish we could see them all. He should eat the food, right?
That's one of the most impressive burgers I've ever seen. Look at that thing.
Then try it. No one's trying it. Everyone's just looking at it.
That's got your name written all over it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I have my name. I don't see my name anywhere on it.
What's the food item named after you in this stadium? Because I know it's not the Rum Hut.
It's the green salad. It's green salad.
And no one's bought it. All right, it's the only thing that they haven't bought with Milt Stegel's name on this stadium so far. All right, you know what? Let's talk about the run game so far. And look, Dedrick Mills has been absolutely fantastic this season. And we know that Winnipeg's defense sometimes struggling, obviously, to catch up with that run. Milt, when you look at Dedrick Mills and what he's done, what do you expect from him tonight?
Big things. There's a reason why this team leads the league in big plays. And it starts with the running game. And that opens it up for Vernon Adams to throw the ball down the field. So they're going to keep feeding Dedrick Mills. He's on pace to have a career year, over 1,400 yards. And as long as he stays healthy, this team is going to be special. He runs downhill. I didn't realize how big he was until you run up on him. So as a DB, as a smaller linebacker, you don't want to continue tackling this man because that's not a smart business decision. So this team is going to go as far as Dedrick Mills can carry him. And as long as he's healthy, he's going to carry him pretty far.
I think this Winnipeg front 7 still thinks, even after what we've seen from this Calgary offensive line has been excellent, they still think they have an advantage against this Calgary front. So that's going to be key to me because coming into the season, that was a weakness for Calgary. Their offensive line, we had a whole lot of questions about their O-line. They've been excellent, but I think that the Bombers, well, talking to some of these Bombers, they still feel like they have an advantage over this Calgary O-line. Let's see if they can open up holes. If they open up some holes for Diedrich and have that balanced offense, with VA, with the passing and what they've been doing, I think they can win this. That would be the key for them winning this game, Diedrich running the ball.
Well, Diedrich is one of the other guys that has a chip on his shoulder. He came from Ottawa, and now he's here. He found a home.
Every player can't have a chip on their shoulder.
Oh, he does. I'll tell you that.
So
He does.
funny.
But one of the things about Diedrich Mills is the fact that because he is so consistent, when you watch the film, he has the ability to allow defenders to focus on him. And when he does that, like you talk about, Milt, the offense has to focus now on him, and he's able to get out the pocket. Their play-action game now is extremely effective because Diedrich Mills has been so.
You know what? I got a chip on my shoulder.
Do you really?
Yeah, you only left Milt with 15 seconds last night on one of the panel hits.
That's the only chip I have on my shoulder.
KB.
That's so bad.
Hey,
That's so bad, Milt.
I feel like after that comment, Enoch's going to have a little chip on his shoulder about
I have to now.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad.
No, not you mad?
Why would I be mad?
I think he's mad.
We're in Winnipeg, Friday Night Football. Come on.
All right, let's get over to Brett Dorn standing by with Diedrich Mills' chip.
Well, the last time these two teams met, you rushed for over 90 yards and including a touchdown. How can you do that out here again tonight?
Just continue to come with my game, get behind my O-line, and, trust my quarterback and the coaches to call the plays that we need to get down the field and get in the end zone again.
Well, you've already surpassed your career high in touchdowns this season. We're only in week 7. How do you explain the success?
Just staying focused, man, and believing in myself, believing in my teammates, and just believing in everybody around me and having everybody around me believe in me, just going out and play the game that I know how to play.
Well, something in your career you haven't done yet, though, is win here in Winnipeg. What's going to be key for your team tonight?
Just play our game, stay focused, don't worry about us, and, just worry about how we play the game and just go out there and play and execute every play.
Thanks so much, Diedrich. Have a great game.
You know who else has a chip on their shoulder? Nick Dembski. When he was asked about their loss, he said it's a long season. We play them 2 more times. We have a lot of more opportunities to go out there and win football games. He will chat with Britt next.
CFL Fantasy is back, and this season, it's bigger than ever. More highlights, more heroes, more fantasy firepower. Challenge your friends in weekly head-to-head matchups or chase season-long bragging rights. Whether you're riding with the stars or digging up clutch sleepers, the road to glory starts with your picks. Play every week for a shot at the grand prize, a VIP trip to the 112th Grey Cup. CFL Fantasy, your team, your league, your win. Join now at gamezone.cfl.ca.
Blue Bombers averaging the most amount of points so far this season. Also coming into this week, they led the CFL with over 32-minute time of possession per game. As promised, here is Britt with Nick Dembski.
Well, Nick, you've had a pair of touchdowns in both home games so far this season. What is it about playing here that just elevates your play so much?
It's the crowd. It's the energy over here. You know, they bring it every time, so we just got to show it for them.
Well, tough news, no Dalton Schoen in the lineup, but how did this team rally this week in his absence?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I love Dalton, you know, so it sucks without him out here, but, you know, it's a next man up type mentality over here, so, you know, we just got to make sure everybody's ready to play when their number's called.
Well, I know you're coming off a bye week, but before that, you faced this very team. Unfortunately, didn't come out with the win, but what did you learn from that one you feel like you can take into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Calgary's a good team. You know, I think we lost our standard a little bit. They came out, they gave us, you know, they gave us a beating. So it's all about how you bounce back from it. It's a long season. You know, we still got 2 more games against them, so we just got to play our standard tonight.
Thanks so much, Nick.
Thank you.
I actually think he does have a chip on his shoulder. All right, time for anytime touchdown picks. Let us start with you, Milt Stiegel.
3 reasons why I'm going with Nick Dembski. Number 1, Kate picks.
This is ridiculous. You can't do this every time.
Same pick as Kate, I win. Britt also mentioned 2 home games, 2 touchdowns. And third and most important, he's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
I'm not laughing, Doc. I'm not laughing. I'm going Chris Trevler. I think the Bombers get down into that red zone. There's no better short yardage quarterback than Strevy. Had a little chat with him before the game. He has got to be my favorite, one of my favorite guys in this league. I'm going Strevy. By the way, FanDuel, I love you, but these quarterback numbers and these touchdown markets are really tough. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I work for you guys first. Public, tread lightly on these ones. They're really hard to win.
He might have the biggest chip on his shoulder on the field too, Davis. But I'm going to go with Damian Alford. First overall pick. And he has been performing tremendously. If he's able to do that again tonight. 2 touchdowns last week, over 120 yards. I'm looking for him to get a touchdown tonight.
Are you picking him because you were also a first overall?
No, I'm picking him because I think he's going to have a big game, Kate.
Hey, you have a quick sec, Kate? Quick sec?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, you're taking shots at Enoch, and it's not really fair, but I will say this. I agree, Milt, that the best fan base in the CFL, and I'm gonna say this right now, is definitely the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know who has no chips? Milt. 0 championships.
Wow.
He played here for 22 years. He played here for 22
you can't
years.
say that.
I'm not laughing.
Listen,
I'm not laughing.
Still the love that they give him after having no chips on his shoulders. They still give him that love. Winnipeg, you guys are the best.
I'm not laughing at that one,
All right, let's get to the recap board because I am not laughing at that joke either. But you know what, Milt Stiegel? I am never putting my pick in the group text ever again because this is just ridiculous. You can't just take my pick each and every time, but I really do think that Nick Dembski is going to score tonight because he has 75 straight games with a reception. I think this one's going for a TD. Strevler and Damian Alford. Obviously, you see our 90s glasses back on, and I have a little 90s trivia. Is everyone ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, Milt, I'm going to start with you. There is one player playing tonight who wears number 90. Who is it? He doesn't know. Davis? Enoch?
Miles Brown.
Wow. Ding, 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 ding. Enoch's got
That's
one.
not 90s trip.
Okay, ready? In 1990, let's get to 90s trivia then. What was the #1 song on the Billboard Hot 100? It was a rap song.
Can't Touch This by MC Hammer.
No. That was a good guess, though.
I was 1 year old.
Ice Baby,
You got
Vanilla
it.
Ice.
You got it.
Ice Baby.
Okay, and finally, Milt, you're not allowed to answer this question. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give one before this. What stuffed animal debuted in 1993 and has become collector's items?
All right.
Some type of bear.
Oh, well,
Some type of
they
bear.
make bears.
Oh.
They come with little tags. They make little tags. Okay, you know what? It's Beanie Babies. It doesn't matter. I have to get to the last one. This is for Davis and Enoch. In what year did Milt Stegall make his CFL debut with the Blue Bombers? Was it 1994, 1995, or 1996?
1995.
6.
95.
6?
95.
How could you not know that, man? We talk about that all the time.
Come on, Milt.
I let you down.
You see who pays attention when you're talking, right, Milt?
I'm going to get a Stegall jersey right now. And you know what? They aren't going to let us drive the plane. Did you drive the plane? Milt, did you drive the plane?
Driving it all over the field.
Sir. I can't believe they let you do that. I'm getting into that for the 3-minute warning.
Let's get it. I gotta get it, can't shoot for the settle. Ice on my wrist, she'll be grinding for bezels. Ice on the metal, the squad is a vessel. I know they can't see me, I'm on a new level. Yeah. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's get it. I gotta get it, can't shoot for the settle. Ice on my wrist, she'll be grinding for bezels. Ice on the metal, the squad is a vessel. I know they can't see me, I'm on a new level.